Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Here's your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. The Supreme Court has halted President Biden's eviction moratorium. Many states are now reinstating unemployment benefits for jobless Americans across the country. In a video later today, I will be announcing the 3 winners of this week's Walmart gift card giveaway. Please enter my giveaway. It's not too late. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also remember to leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone. The Supreme Court on Thursday lifted the Biden administration's newest federal ban on evictions, granting a bid from a group of landlords to block the crisis-related protections for renters who are facing eviction in most of the country. In an unsigned opinion with the 3 liberal justices in dissent, the divided court said that careful review of the case makes it clear that the applicants are virtually certain to succeed on the merits of their argument, that the CDC has exceeded its authority. The court stated, it would be one thing if Congress had specifically authorized the action that the CDC has taken, but that has not happened. Instead, the CDC has imposed a nationwide moratorium on evictions in reliance on a decades-old statute that authorized it to implement measures like fumigation and pest extermination. It strains credulity to believe that this statute grants the CDC the sweeping authority that it asserts. The Supreme Court also said that if a federally imposed eviction moratorium is to continue, Congress must specifically authorize it. So everyone, what are your thoughts about the eviction moratorium? Please leave them in the comment section below. Unemployed workers in the state of Florida have followed those in other states, including Indiana, Maryland, and Texas, by filing a class action lawsuit to reinstate federal unemployment benefits. The lawsuit was filed in late July and targets various officials and agencies, including Governor Ron DeSantis, the Department of Economic Opportunity, and the DEO Executive Director Dane Eagle. This lawsuit was filed with the name of 10 unemployed workers. However, as a class action lawsuit, the decision would impact all workers whose benefits have been terminated. One of the plaintiff's lawyers has estimated that this could be a group of as many as 150,000 people.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have a couple of items for all of you at the top. On COVID-19 response, we just got today's vaccine report, which Jeff Zients, our COVID coordinator, touched on during his briefing this morning. But for the rest of you who weren't a part of that, the report is nearly 1.1 million shots in arms. 1.1 million is the highest single-day total shots since July 3rd, which is a good sign. So far in August, we have gotten 12.5 million first shots into arms. That's already 2 million more first shots than in all of July, with several days still left to go to add to that total. Importantly, we've now hit a major milestone in our effort to vaccinate adolescents at a particularly important time as people go back to school. 50% of 12 to 17-year-olds now have at least their first shot. Obviously more work to do, but a positive step forward. Also wanted to note that today the Department of Health and Human Services Secretary Javier Becerra announced $85 million in funding to improve mental health services for our nation's children and youth, which is of course a priority for the Biden-Harris administration as a part of our push to get kids back to school safely and address the impact of the pandemic on them. Specifically, he announced the Health Resources and Services Administration is making 24 awards totaling $10.7 million in funds from the President's American Rescue Plan to expand pediatric mental health care access by integrating telehealth services. For example, actions like technical assistance for pediatric care providers to diagnose, treat, and refer children and youth with mental health conditions and substance use disorders. And this will also, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration is also granting 29 awards totaling $74.1 million to enhance mental health services for school-aged youth. So,
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer projected on Wednesday that the bipartisan infrastructure bill and the Democrats' reconciliation spending package would reduce U.S. carbon emissions by 45% by the end of the decade compared to 2005. Chuck Schumer wrote in a Dear Colleague letter, "In our analysis of the combined impact of both the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and the budget resolution's instructions, we are on track to reduce U.S. emissions to approximately 45% beneath 2005 levels by the year 2030. When you add administrative actions being planned by the Biden administration and many states, like New York, California, and Hawaii, we will hit 50% target by 2030. The goal, as outlined by the New York Democrat, is aligned with the Biden administration's target of 50% reduction by decade's end. Chuck Schumer wrote that while his office projects many important policies will lead to this outcome, it primarily hinges on the Senate Finance Committee's Clean Energy and Vehicle Tax Plan, as well as a clean electricity payment program, which is included in the Democrats' proposed $3.5 trillion spending plan. The analysis projects that the two policies alone would compromise nearly 66% of the total projected emissions reductions. Senator Mitt Romney has traveled around the state this week, talking about how the Senate passed a bipartisan infrastructure bill would benefit the United States, while acknowledging it might not get through the House. The Democrats are tangled up in their own underwear. I am not sure they are going to be able to find a way to get the infrastructure bill passed. I hope they do. It will be good for Utah. The bipartisan bill represents $550 billion in new spending, including about $3 billion that would flow to Utah for roads and bridges, broadband expansion, and rail, transit, and water projects. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she is committing to pass a bipartisan infrastructure bill by September 27th and would rally her caucus to pass it. She also stressed that she aims to pass a budget reconciliation bill that would get through the Senate, meaning it may prove smaller than the House progressives want. The opposition from the 9 holdout Democrats threaten an agenda that supporters say will boost the economy and provide a lifelong to working-class households. Democratic leaders have cast a budget plan as the biggest expansion of the American social safety net. Democratic leaders have cast a budget plan as the biggest expansion of the American social safety net in decades, and the infrastructure bill as an overdue refresh of transportation and utilities. Nancy Pelosi has pushed to pass a bipartisan and the Democratic plans at the same time in order to ensure centrists and progressives back both measures. Right now, the 9 Democrats withheld their support, leaving Nancy Pelosi and her top deputies scrambling to find a path forward to at least salvage the party's economic plans. Many Republicans have supported the bipartisan infrastructure bill, saying it will jolt the economy, but they have opposed the trillions more in spending proposed by Democrats and tax hikes on businesses and wealthy individuals that the Democrats hope to use to pay for it. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me here this morning. I greatly appreciate it. Remember, in a video later today, I will be announcing the winners of this week's Walmart gift card giveaway. It's not too late to enter the giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and also like this video. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a very blessed Friday.